my name is Sharina Chantel, and this is the place where we believe in living to bless and not impress, and where we talk all things faith, life, and entrepreneurship. So in today's video, I asked a few of my friends that are married to share one thing that they're so glad they did while they were single, or one thing that they wish they did while they were single. Have a look.
My name is Eliana. What is something I did when I was single that I'm very thankful for now? Immediately what comes to mind is a few years back, I ran into this wise older gentleman at a conference. He happened to be a life coach, and he happened to also tell me he'd been married to this wife for over 50 years. I'm very intrigued at this point, and I tell him, "What is your secret?" He steps in a bit closer and goes, "I'll tell you." And he says, "Be the best version of you that you could possibly be." He said, "Focus all of your energy and time in becoming the best version of you spiritually, emotionally, mentally, physically, intellectually." He said, just have this drive to just have the maximum potential in every area. He said, you know what's going to happen if you do that? Not only are you going to get more confident, not only are you going to get more skilled, you're going to learn to love yourself so much more, and you're not going to waste time kind of looking for the right person. You're instead going to be looking to be the right person. He said, you're going to become so irresistible to people, including the right guy with the right drive, who's going to look at you and go, "I need a girl like that for the rest of my life." And you know what? I took his advice, and he was right. When I put all of my energy to focusing on being the best version of me, little did I know, but there was a man watching who had just as big of a drive, and he pursued me, and now we get to spend our married life spurring each other on, challenging each other, wanting to see the other person grow, because it started when we were single. I am so thankful for that advice, and I hope you take it, and I hope it blesses you. Be the best version of you. Be confident in who you are.
Hey, so there are some things that I wish that I did while I was single, and other things that I'm really glad that I did do while I was single. And first, I really wish that I had spent more time with my girlfriends. I wish that I had done road trips, slept over at chalets and cottages, had fires, all that stuff. Which is still possible now, but it's harder, with more responsibility, and all that. At the same time, I also wish that I could have had the chance to be roommates with at least one of my friends to see, what that's like. I never had any other roommate besides my husband, and to also see, what's it like to have two girls living together. Would we have had fun? Would we have annoyed each other? So that's something I really wish I did. Some things I'm really glad I did do was first that I saved, even though I didn't know what I was saving for. Later on, the money that I had saved was used to help pay for our wedding, so that was really amazing. I'm also really glad that I did some counseling to learn about myself, to become a better person and heal from things that inevitably are going to impact your future relationships, even friendships.
Hey, so my one thing is basically I wanted to really work on communication as when I was single. I really wanted to better explain myself. I mean, thanks to Sharina, I actually got a lot better in this department, understanding my thoughts and helping another person understand where I'm coming from. And on the flip side, becoming a more active listener, trying to really see what people are saying, the undertones, and just hearing them out from their perspective. I think that's helped so much in my marriage now, really beneficial. And I'd say just going for it and having fun, like not waiting around till a life partner comes, but just living life and enjoying with the people that are around you, and taking opportunities and going for your dreams. I think that's really been something that I was so thankful that I did when I was single.
Hi, my name's Lisa McCabe, and I've been married for 4 years, and the one thing I'm so glad I did before I got married was I established my career that way. I was able to find a husband not because of what he made, but because of who he was as a person, and I feel because I established myself in my career before I got married, I was able to attract that same type of energy. I was able to attract that same type of man who he was established in his career and he loved to go get a girl. One thing I regret is having sex before marriage. I really wish I would have waited, and if that's you, if you haven't had sex yet and you're saving yourself for marriage, I just want to tell you it's worth it. And yeah, it's worth it. And you're doing the right thing. And just keep going because I am so proud of you. And that's it.
Guys, this is Luisa from Brazil, and I was thinking about what Sharina just asked me. What's the one thing I really liked, and I'm really glad I did it as a single woman. And it was always a dream for me to travel, and when I was younger, I asked my parents, so I became an exchange student when I was 18 years old, and that's how I learned English. And I'm really glad I did that, and I spent time with girlfriends and boyfriends, but like not dating, you know what I mean. And I'm really glad I did that because I feel like once you're committed to your husband, sometimes it's complicated to hang out just with guys or just with girls. So not that you cannot do that, but at the same time I'm really I'm sorry guys, kids. So at the same time I'm really glad I got the chance to travel a lot.
So one thing I'm glad that I did while I was single is honestly spend time with my friends and just chill. There was a period of time in my life where I found myself sitting on a porch and chilling with my friends. We would talk, chat, crack up jokes, tell stories, listen to music for hours. And we didn't have an agenda, we didn't have an end time, but it was just the companionship or community that was really, really cool. And we would even sit on a rooftop, watch the fireworks, look at the city, or walk downtown for endless hours, again, without any agenda. Another great example is a prayer walk that I went with Sharina on one of the largest streets in downtown Montreal, and it was very spontaneous, and we just decided to go and pray along the city, and there was no agenda there either. And so that's one thing I'm super glad that I did, and my only regret is not doing it more.
Hello everyone, my name is Naomi. Today I'm going to be sharing with you one thing that I'm happy that I learned before I got married. So in the book of Ephesians, it talks about how it's important for the wife to submit to her husband as she submits to Christ. And it also talks about how the husband ought to love the wife as Christ loved the church. So we can clearly see that how for a marriage to work, there needs to be unconditional love, just like how Christ has unconditional love for us. So when you get into a marriage and you're thinking about getting into a marriage, you have to say, can I actually respect this man? Can I actually respect this woman? Can I actually love this man? Can I actually love this woman as Christ loved the church? I feel like a lot of us kind of go past that and we think that how it's going to be all butterflies, sunshine, which it actually is, but it's not always like that all the time. The enemy has devices that he will throw at unions, that he will throw at marriages, especially those of Christ. So we have to be aware that the enemy has his plans for the marriage that you're about to get into, but you have to have that unconditional, steadfast love. Yes, be rooted in Christ. Yes, let God be the foundation. But at the end of the day, you have to know, can I love this person? Can I love this person unconditionally? And can I also serve them and provide for them what they need? Another thing that I learned before marriage would be that the power of agreement is so important. The Bible talks in the book of Genesis about how there were a group of people that were together and they were in agreement. And because they were in agreement, they decided to build a tower to go all the way up to heaven. Obviously, God wasn't having it. He didn't allow that. But at the end of the day, they came into agreement and there was power in their agreement. So can you imagine if you're in a marriage now, you have unconditional love, plus you have the power of agreement. You guys are a force to be reckoned with at that point. I hope these points blessed you and have a good day.
Amazing. I hope that encouraged you. I hope it was a reminder to make the most out of every season you find yourself in, because there are pros and cons to every season. And if you haven't already, check out my 7 days of encouragement for the single gal. I will put that somewhere and you can check that out. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you want to be in the loop for all videos concerning faith, life, and entrepreneurship. I'll see you in the next video. Have a blessed day. Mwah. Guys, I'm kind of in a squat position and I'm like bobbing. It is so hot. There's a heat wave in Montreal. Whoo! Melting. Your girl is melting.